Joined here by head women's basketball coach Dave Skolen. The Daemen women's basketball team playing an exhibition game over against Division I University of Buffalo. Falls today 79-56. Coach, you just talk about getting that first exhibition under your belt and getting one under your belt against a Division I opponent.
Yeah, well, it's a great opportunity for us to play a team like UB, which is not just a D1 opponent, it's a good D1 opponent, and it's nice and close. It's a great opportunity for us playing against a team that's physically very good. So we're definitely excited about having that opportunity. We had a few decent moments, but overall, it's certainly no embarrassment losing to them and losing them by a significant margin. But I thought we could have played better. The two biggest areas. Offensively, we struggled to get in any kind of flow, and at times we were just kind of standing around and not really flowing very well. And then on the defensive side, our initial defense wasn't bad, but we didn't rebound. We gave up, I think it was 26 offensive rebounds, something like that. And of course, they're a bigger, stronger team than us, but still, I did expect hopefully hopefully in the future we'll box out a little bit better. And if we could have eliminated all those second chance points, might have been a little closer game, but it's still 0-0, and it's a good certainly good practice for our team.
Yeah, you mentioned it. 26 offensive rebounds for UB today, turned into 22 second chance points. We talked about it before the season. You've gone in the last 2 years from having a really young and inexperienced team to really having a veteran-laden group heading into this year. How did you think your veterans handled the moments against Division I team?
I think we're fine from a mental standpoint. I don't think we certainly didn't come into the game like we were intimidated or anything. And it's a nice atmosphere, a nice big arena to play in. And I think we were certainly calm and confident, going along with excited. We just didn't perform as well as I would have liked. I do think that we could have done a little better.
One of those players that's gained experience within the last year is sophomore guard Sarah Saba. She put in game-high 24 points today, 7 of 11 from the field, 8 of 12 from the free throw line. There were times where she looked like the best player on the floor. Is that something that you expect from her on a nightly basis?
Well, definitely. Yeah, no, Sarah's a great player. She's a great all-around player, and I think last year as a freshman she did very well, and she's just got so much ability, and her decision-making got better as the year went on last year, and then just to come back as a sophomore where everything's not new, to be able to put all that ability along with being more comfortable in her surroundings and her decision-making is, I expect it to be very good this year, and yeah, I expect her to have a great year.
And then just another player that seemed to be all over the floor today was Leah McDonald. She's a junior guard. I know she usually takes the top defensive assignment for you, and she's was making a lot of plays out there today.
Well, yeah, Leah's always all over the place. You often watch it, you might think there's two of her out there, and she's very athletic and she plays extremely hard, and that's a good combination. A lot of times people maybe have athleticism, but if you're not playing hard, it doesn't do you any good. And if you play hard and you really can't move that well, it's a good thing. But when you have both, it really leads to getting a lot of loose balls, also hustle points on the break, and Leah's all. We expect that. It's something I don't take for granted. I really appreciate it, and I'm very. I love the way that she plays, but it's something that we expect. We know that we're going to get that from her every game.
I'm sure you weren't expecting or weren't hoping to shoot 5 of 20 from three-point range today. But is that 23-point shots? Is that something that we can expect to see from your teams throughout the season?
Yeah, I think so. We have a lot of good shooters, and that's coming into this. I know one of the biggest factors in us having a chance to keeping it close would be our three-point shooting, and it's something we didn't shoot well, and I thought we got a lot of good ones too. A few of them weren't, but at the start of the second half, when it was around a 10-point game, we had 4 straight possessions. We got good shots. We got open threes. We got a layup. We just didn't make them, so I thought our offense actually ran well at that point, but we just weren't making our shots, and then we had a little more trouble getting into our offense and getting good shots. But yeah, no, we have a lot of good shooters, and we'll be taking a few threes this year.
And then just lastly, Coach, there's some changes to the game that is going to be new for some people as they're heading out to see you play this year. The game has transitioned from 2 20-minute halves to 4 10-minute quarters. What do you expect that change to mean for your team and for the game in general?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make. It's not a big difference. I think that the biggest difference that I think is just trying to keep the game flowing better especially with the 5 fouls instead of 7. If you're in the penalty in a 20-minute game half and you're 3 minutes into it, then you're in it for the rest, and it slows the game down. Now with the restart with the 5 fouls, I think that's the main reason that they wanted to do that. But and just have some consistency throughout basketball. Most everybody plays 4 quarters except men's basketball now. Everybody else plays 4. And so I don't think it's going to make a big difference. Just a little more consistent, when your stoppages are, and it's just a little. I mean, for me, been coaching so long for 2 20-minute halves, right at the start now, it's a little different looking up there and being short into the game, not that far into the game, and seeing 7 minutes on the clock. But it's not going to make too much difference. The bigger difference is going to be at the end in close games with the last minute when we get to advance the ball. So we'll just have to have, you'll always have a chance, if there's a couple seconds left with advancing the ball now. So that definitely will make a difference in terms of late game situations.
Okay. I want to thank you for joining me today, Coach. The Daemen women's basketball team opens the regular season next Friday night out at Roberts Wesleyan at the ECC CACC Challenge.
All right. Thank you, Mike.